All right, good afternoon, class. My name is Corporal Dunn. Today we're going to be going over a class. Today's class is going to be class 071, Charlie Oscar Mike 1008. Measure distance on a map. All right. Before we get started on the class, we are going to go through a quick risk assessment and identify a couple hazards and think ways that we're going to mitigate those hazards. First one is inclement weather, strong storms or tornadoes. We are going to go over to the interior walls bathroom. That is our designated storm shelter. If there is a fire, soldiers are going to follow the escape route out this door, down the stairs, and directly to the parking lot. That parking lot is where we are going to take accountability and send it to hire. Roger? All right. Third one, the class is going to take place in the kitchen. There's obviously a lot of things here that can fall on the floor and become slips, trips, and fall hazards. So make sure you're aware of this area. This area has been picked up once before class, but every soldier needs to be watching where they're walking to ensure they're not going to slip, trip, or fall. The third one is the garbage disposal. We do have the garbage disposal over in the sink. All right. It's important that you don't put your fingers or any body part or any objects down the drain. It's very important that you do not, under any circumstance, turn that garbage disposal switch to the on position. All right. In case of an active shooter, soldiers will run if they have the ability to run. You'll hide if you have the ability to hide. Barricade the doors, and if necessary, fight. All right. So we're going to move into the classroom portion at this time. We're going to do a quick PCC and PCI. So does everybody have ID cards? Pull them out, show me. All right. Water source. Got it? Got it. Everybody have pencil and paper? I need to see them both. Hold them up. Got it. And we're going to need a map. Roger. PCCs have been completed. We're going to go over the tasks, conditions, and standards for this class. For Disclosure 1, this training product has been reviewed by the training developers in coordination with the G2 Fort Benning, Georgia 31905 for Disclosures Officer. This training product can be used to instruct internal military students from all approved countries without restriction. Conditions. You're a member of a squad or team in a field environment and have been directed to determine the distance between two known points. You have a 1 to 50 scale map, a strip of paper with a straight edge, and a pencil. You have been shown the beginning and ending points on the map. Some iterations of this task should be performed in Mach 4. Standards. Determine the straight line distance between 2 points. No more than 5% error in the road curve or a curved line, any curved line. Distance between 2 points with no more than a 10% error. Okay? Special conditions are none. Special standards are none. Safety risk is low, and Mach 4 is sometimes. This iteration will not be done in Mach 4. So, we're going to go right in to the performance steps. Performance step 1 is to identify the graphic bar scale of the map. Figure 071 Charlie Oscar Mike 1008. Note, the graphic scale is a ruler printed on a map and is used to convert distances on the map to actual ground distances. The graphic scale is divided into 2 parts. To the right of the 0, the scale is marked in full units, and it is called the primary scale. To the left of the 0, the scale is divided into tenths and is called the extension scale. Most maps have 3 or more graphic scales, each using a different measurement. When using the graphic scale, be sure to use the correct scale for the unit measured. Does that make sense to everybody? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to identify the scale on your map. On this map right here, it is this figure right here. As you can see where the zero's at, to the right of the zero is your full scale, and to the left of your zero is your extended scale. There is a kilometers and a meters scale, so please make sure that you are following the correct scale for what measurement you're trying to find. Step 2 is to determine a straight line distance between 2 points on a map. A, lay a straight edge piece of paper on the map so that the edge of the paper touches both points and extends past them. Alright? So we're going to take this straight line. You see point A and point B? We are going to take this piece of paper and line those 2 points up. Right? Make sure that your paper is extending past those 2 points. You see that? That's what you're going to be looking for. So now we're going to move that paper down to the graphic scale bar. So we're going to take those 2 ticks that you guys put on this piece of paper, and we're going to move it over here to this scale. You guys following that? Perfect. So we're going to align the right tick mark B with the printed number on the primary scale, but the left tick mark is in the extended scale. Note, the primary scale determines the distance to in 1,000-meter intervals. If the distance between the tick marks is greater than the scale determine the 1,000-meter interval using the primary scale, then use the extended scale to determine the remaining intervals. The extension scale is numbered with 0 at the right and increasing to the left. When using the extended scale, always read right to left. From the 0 to the left, from 0 left to the beginning of the first shaded area is 100 meters. Everybody got that? Alright, so let's do one together. Point A and point B. Let's make a tick mark at each one. Right? Tick mark at A. Tick mark at B. What's the next step? Moving it over here. Perfect. We are going to line this up with the regular scale first and extending into that extended scale. So this one is 2.5 kilometers. Everybody see that? All right. We're going to move into the third performance measure. So, measure distance along a road, stream, or other curved line. In order to avoid confusion concerning the point to begin measuring from and the ending point in an 8-digit coordinate should be used for both the starting and ending points. Place a tick mark on the paper and the map beginning point from which the curved line is to be measured. B. Align the edge of paper along a straight portion and make a tick mark on both map and paper when the edge of the paper leaves the straight portion of the line being measured. C. Keep the tick marks on the paper and map together. D. Place the point of the pencil close to the edge of the paper on the tick mark and hold it in place. E. Pivot the paper until another straight portion of the curved line is aligned with the edge of the paper. F. Repeat steps 3C, 3D, and 3E until the measurement from start point to end point is completed. G. Move the paper to the graphic scale to determine ground distance. H. Measure the distance between the beginning A and the ending tick mark B. So, let's go ahead and do this one together. From point A, we're going to follow this road along to checkpoint B. Everybody see that on this map? So, we're going to follow this line until that road starts to make a curve. We're going to make a tick mark on both our paper and the map where that curve begins. I want to put the point of this pencil on the map, and I'm going to rotate this piece of paper until it is now moving along that straight edge of the road again. Everybody see that? We are now going to make our second mark, and that is checkpoint B. Everybody see that? We're now going to move it over here to the graphics bar, just as before, and we're going to measure the distance on the road. That curved distance is what? 3 kilometers. Good job. So, let's go over what the practice scenario is going to be. Let's go over the task conditions and standards one more time before you guys practice. We'll go over the full disclosure again too. Full disclosure, this training product has been reviewed by the training developers in coordination with the G2, Fort Benning, Georgia, 31905 Forward Disclosures Officer. This training product can be used to instruct internal military students from all approved countries without restrictions. Conditions. You are a member of a squad team in a field environment and have been directed to determine the distance between 2 known points. You have a 1 to 50 scale map, strip of paper with a straight edge, and a pencil. You have been shown the beginning and end points on a map. Standards. Determine the straight line distance between the 2 points with no more than 5% error, and the road or curved line distance between 2 points with no more than 10% error. So, soldiers are going to measure the straight line distance between point A and point B on your map. You're also going to measure the road with the curved distance between point A and point B. I say again, you're going to measure the straight line distance between point A and point B. You're also going to measure the curved road between points A and point B and record the distance. Do I have any questions at this time? All right, there's going to be 5 minutes for you guys to practice. Five minutes has now elapsed. We're going to end the practice, and we're going to go over the task, conditions, and standards one more time. Conditions. You're a member of a team or squad in a field environment, and you have been directed to determine the distance between 2 known points. You have a 1 to 50 scale map, a strip of paper with a straight edge, and a pencil. You have been shown the beginning and ending points on the map. Some iteration of this task should be performed in Mop 4. This iteration is not going to be in Mop 4. Standards. Determine the straight line distance between 2 points with no more than a 5% error, and the road or other curved line distance between 2 points with no more than a 10% error. We're going to measure the straight line distance between point A and point B. We're also going to measure the road, which is a curved distance between point A and point B. There's going to be 3 performance measures for your performance evaluation. Step 1, identify the graphic scale bar on the map. Step 2, determine the straight line distance between 2 points on a map. And step 3, measure the distance along a road, stream, or other curved line. Do I have any questions at this time? Let's move into the evaluation. We do have one failure here. The retest is going to be on November 16th, 20, so that's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be at 08. It's going to be at the same location as it was today. It's going to be in this building right here. Uniform is going to be OCPs, and that's it. All right. Make sure you bring the same items, your ID card, your water source, pencil, paper, and a map. So, at this time, the evaluation is over, and we're going to conduct a police call. So go ahead and conduct a police call to the area. All right, now that the police call is complete, let's go through a PCC. All right, everybody show me your ID cards. Everybody show me your water source. All right, pencil and paper. Let me see them. Got it? Got it. Everybody show me your map. Got it? Good job, got you too. At this time, there were no damages or loss to equipment. All right? That segues us into the next item, which is an AAR. So let's conduct an AAR. The rules and goals for this AAR, everybody has a right to speak, and I want to encourage maximum participation. Please don't talk over each other, and as always, be respectful of differing viewpoints and opinions. All right? So let's go over what was supposed to happen, and I'm going to review my outline to go over that. There was a greeting and introduction of myself and the task that we were going to complete. There was a brief, deliberate risk assessment that went over the overall hazards, controls, and anything that was environmental. So we briefed the PCC items that we needed to complete this task. Stated the task conditions and standards verbatim, and also introduced myself. All right. Gave step-by-step instructions, demonstrated each step in detail, adding additional information as necessary to clarify performance steps and performance measures. Ensure all notes, cautions, and warnings were stated in the order that they appear in the STP. We briefed all soldiers on a scenario instruction, supposed to give time to practice, invite the audience to pause to the video practice, and end the practice and restate the task, conditions, and standards to the group. We briefly did a brief evaluation procedure to the squad. We informed that there was one failure and what the retest time, date, and uniform was. We conducted a police call and conducted another PCC after the class has been completed. So, can someone tell me what did happen? Okay? That's right, we went over everything on the outline. All right. Someone tell me what went right. Okay? There's no equipment loss, and we had all the equipment here. One more. There were no injuries. Good job. What were 3 things that went wrong? You're right, there's no field experience portion of this class. It was just a classroom portion. Anybody else? There were some distractions outside the window. That's something that we can improve on. Good job. Yes, it's a good one. We could have had a full-size map instead of the small one that the unit provided me with. So we'll work on that for the next class. So how do I improve this training for next time? Yeah, we can incorporate a field experience into this one. Anybody else? Okay, yep. We can close the curtains to make sure that some of those distractions out there don't make it into our classroom. Good job. Anybody else? We will get a full-size map. Yep. So, in summary, we did everything that we were going to do for this class. We went through the outline. We went through the class. We had all equipment before the class started. Didn't have any injuries or equipment loss. There could have been a field experience portion of the class. The curtains could have been closed, limit distractions, and we didn't need a full-size map. Right? There were no injuries or damage to equipment. Can we all agree on that? Okay. And were all control measures implemented effectively? Obviously, that's a yes because we did not have any injuries or damage to equipment at this point. So, I'm going to go ahead and request to close the training site and turn in my paperwork. Are there any questions at this time? All right, class is dismissed. I'm going to request the training site to be closed down.